Alright, so basically we mentioned Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ayat dalam muka surat ataupun the content on page 23 and 24. Okay, the highlight is on ayat 152, 153 and 155. It's something that we should hold on as a form of our motivation, as part of our values in our life, such that, okay, kalau siapa yang Allah uji, okay, kalau Allah uji, ada dalam beberapa poin yang Allah uji, nanti kita akan go through. But hadis Nabi SAW, like I mentioned tadi, kalau orang yang baca surah As-Sajadah, tadi kau saya highlight dalam surah As-Sajadah kan. Kenapa? Sebab dalam surah As-Sajadah ni ada tanda yang macam masjid tu tau. Okay, it has it has that symbol. The sunnah of reciting, after reciting that ayah, number 1, is to really sujud. Okay, you really stop, sujud. Number 2 is to read your tasbih. And the moment when somebody is reciting that, Rasulullah said, bila baca dan dia sujud je, syaitan semua akan lari. Syaitan akan nangis, dia akan nangis. Dia cakap apa? Celakalah aku, dia kata. Anak Adam diperintahkan untuk bersujud, ia pun bersujud. Maknanya orang kita ni, bila Allah suruh sujud, kita sujud. Tapi kan iblis atau syaitan ni antara sebab kenapa Allah keluarkan dia daripada neraka, keluarkan dia daripada syurga, kenapa? Dan sampai selama-lamanya Allah sumpah dia untuk masuk neraka kerana dia tak ada sujud. Maka dia kata apa? Bila manusia ni Allah perintahkan suruh sujud, dia sujud, sedangkan aku diperintahkan untuk bersujud, maka aku enggan, maka aku mendapatkan neraka. So you are doing the opposites of syaitan nak, maka dia akan lari daripada you. So bila syaitan lari daripada you terselamat tak you rasa? You bayangkan dalam keadaan yang selalu syaitan lari daripada you, syaitan tak mau dekat dengan you, kan you punya decision, the kind of things that you do will definitely be positive. Yes or no? Okay, so that is something that what we want. Kita nak macam tu, right? So like we said just now, kalau Allah uji, like I said, either the thing may come from within us ataupun it will be from external factor, but it doesn't matter. What are the things that we can do? What are the tools that Allah give us? Ada tools dia. Tools dia on page 150, ayat 152 and 53. But what are the things yang Allah akan uji you? Okay, Allah akan uji manusia. Maybe the problems may be different. Maknanya problems dia may be slightly different lah. Because of the factors maybe other things lah. Maknanya you punya problem, I problem, maybe the name is not the same. But the overview of the problem ataupun the base is similar. Apa Allah kata? Allah akan uji you, number 1, with fear. So we have 11 types of fear. If we talk about fear, you do research about 11 types of fear. Fear of loneliness, fear of fear of not being loved, right? Fear of fear of loss, fear of not fear of the future, fear of the unknown. So there are 11 types of fear. So bila kita ada perasaan takut, itu yang kadang mendatangkan anxiety, yes, datangkan perasaan inilah yang negatif semua. So Allah kata Allah memang uji manusia dengan fear, number 1. Kedua, dengan kelaparan, hunger, right? And of course hunger is related to what? Bila you tak ada rezeki ataupun kurang rezeki, maka you takut miskin, you know, that kind of thing, atau you tak rasa tak kecukupan. And naqsim minal amwal. Okay, you are scared ataupun manusia tu rasa takut bila ada kekurangan harta, not enough. Betul tak? We always tak apalah, kita save for the future, kita simpan nanti. In the future mana tahu kita nak pakai, you know, that kind of thing, you know, you have that kind of thoughts kan. So that is something memang Allah akan uji. Takut tak cukup harta atau takut diri sendiri is you are being in the danger zone. Okay, naqsim amwal anfusi wasabal, ni semua symbol of wealth lah. Okay, because your wealth will deplete ke decrease and it's like that. But Allah says this, wa basyiris sabirin. Give good news to orang yang sabar. Bukan makna yang Allah tak uji. Allah uji. Allah akan kasih cabaran. But give the good news to orang yang sabar. So what are the tools? What are the tools to handle this? Allah says, number 1, 152, Fadhkuruni adhkurkum. Remember me and I shall remember you. Okay, you remember me. You remember me. How you remember Allah? Through zikrullah dan juga baca Al-Quran lah. Number 2, syukur, be grateful. Oh, don't tell me, don't talk about being grateful Subhanallah. Being grateful ni dia punya dia punya Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Dia punya benefits dia luar biasa. It's also research when you talk about being grateful, the state of grateful. In the state of being grateful ni, you are one of the highest frequency. When you are at the highest frequency, insyaAllah you will attract more abundance. So kalau orang yang senantiasa syukur, walaupun di dalam keadaan kesusahan, alright, dah selalu zikrullah dengan Allah dan tidak kufur dengan Allah, Allah akan bagi apa? Tadilah wabashirus sabirin. Allah akan bagi ganjaran luar biasa. Nah, Allah kata orang yang beriman, dia punya kaedah dia ataupun how do they do it to handle the situation, like I said just now, remember Allah, yes. Number 2 is to be grateful, yes. Okay. Number 3 is sabar, yes. Okay. Number 3 is sabar. You be patient when you are going through that process. Sama juga macam nak belajar mengaji, kena sabar kan. Baru juz 2. Lama lagi nak masuk juz 30 kalau fikir macam tu lah. Okay. Satu buat belajar Al-Quran ni, saya pernah share sebelum ni. Kadang orang tak sabar, dia nak cepat. Number 1. Kedua, ataupun sebab Quran ni tak ada expiry date. Betul tak? You boleh baca sampai bila-bila. So I always remind my student macam ni. Kita usahakan belajar Al-Quran. Jangan putus asa, jangan rasa sedih ataupun rasa lose hope. Mesti belajar sabar. Kenapa? Kita tak nak, Quran memang tak ada expiry date untuk belajar. Tapi jangan kita yang expired. Kalau kita yang expired, bila nak belajar? Tak ada lagi turning back. Okay? So it's a long, kalau fikir macam tu bukan ni, baru juz 2, lambatnya Ustazah ya. Nak masuk juz 30 lama lagi. Memang macam tu. You kena sabar. Proses nak dapat benda baik, usually it will take time. Correct or not? For you to be who you are at this point of time, it take how many years of your life to be the kind of person that you have. To be in that state of confidence, to be in that state of consistency, it take years to build who you are. So you must sabar. And what are the tools? Number 3 tadi kita sabar, right? Number 1 we say ingat Allah. Number 2 we say syukur. So this is the 5 tips I can say. Number 3 is of course you salat. Number 4 is you sabar. Mesti. Key is the sabar ni. Okay. Nak buat semua nak instant result. But we have to have this sabar. And last one Allah says, kalau orang yang sabar ini, kalau orang yang mukmin ni, alladzina idza asabathum musibah, when something bad happens to them, they say apa? Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Subhanallah. This ayat is very powerful. What does inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un means? Anyone?
It's quite simple one lah. From Allah we come, to Allah we return. Something
Yeah,
like that.
It's very powerful and selalu orang ingat. Baca ni bila dengar orang
meninggal.
Which is true. That's one of the use. But another way when you are facing a situation, alright, remember that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your reaction. Betul tak? You cannot control what's in the future. You do not know what's in the future. Okay? You cannot control what's in the future. You cannot control what's in the future. But you can control your reaction towards it. No. Okay? And Allah says that inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un will save you. Dengar ya. If you really hold on to this ayat, it will save you from 2 things. Mana those? Being angry of what's happening to you, and also blaming others and blaming yourself. I tell you, anger and also self-blame or blaming others is two of the most how we can say these are the 2 emotions that we should stay away from lah. It has one of the lowest frequency, maknanya lowest vibration, maknanya dia akan buat you jadi lagi keadaan yang lebih teruk. So tak, orang yang kalau selalu ada victim mindset, alah aku macam ni lah, nak buat macam mana, I'm always like this, I'm in this situation, you will see how other things semua dia rasa diri dia tak bersalah, orang lain bersalah misalnya. Ataupun dalam semua benda something happen, itulah I should have done that, I should have done that, I should have done that. You know when you have regrets, a lot of regrets, a lot of self-blaming, a lot of anger, this kind of thing will not make you move forward lah. It make it easy, it will make it a little bit difficult for you to be a better person. Not saying tak boleh. Boleh. We all come from there. No, it is common to have this feeling. But we have to learn to fight it off. Mesti belajar macam mana nak control and handle this. So these are the 5 tips. Okay? Bukan ustazah yang cakap. Ini Allah yang bagi solution dia. So kalau orang yang Allah bagi solution, kan? Kalau orang yang bijak, dia akan follow lah apa yang Allah bagi. Alright? So that's about it. Those are the 5 things yang Allah give us the value ataupun the motivation ataupun the tips lah, kalau bahasa mudah kita tips lah, how do we want to move forward with our life lah. Okay, so it sounds very basic but it's not easy to do. Sabar tu very easy, 3 letter only, but how to do it? you have to support yourself with all these 4 things.
Tapi kadang-kadang sabar ni pun ada limit Ustazah.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong
Orang
orang yang sabar walaupun nampak macam dalam keadaan bodoh lah dia bersabar, tapi pernah tak orang yang betul orang sabar ni, because dia contented dengan diri dia, pernah tak in the end dia dapat benda yang negatif? Honestly, you ask yourself, like you say you sabar, you say kalau if you okay lah, we talk about Rasulullah, we say ada Rasulullah, but you ask yourself that sometimes you say your sabar ada limit, right? People do something back to you, but let's say if you persevere or you continue to be sabar, you'll see what happen later. Usually lah, based on my experience and based on the things that even I do or other people do, based on feedback, things will change. The person akan rasa lembut hati, akan do something nice to you. Ataupun Allah akan datangkan kebaikan lain yang luar biasa. Memang ada kebaikannya. So meaning to say, walaupun you kata sabar tu ada limit, tapi dengar ya, sabar you ada limit. Tapi kebaikan Allah, rahmat Allah, kasih sayang Allah tak ada limit. It's beyond limit. So in another word, right, if you are in that state and you can, it's not, I'm not saying you have to be, if you don't have, I mean, if you have to see, it's situational also lah. Okay, you have to be smart also to handle this, okay?
Of course, yes.
Bila Ustazah cakap macam ni, kalau you are in an abusive relationship ke, you don't go and sabar lah if it's not your control kan. Memang is terang-terang benda tu, maaf cakap, memang bodoh untuk diteruskan, then don't. Maksudnya you kena sabar dalam kecerdikan. Some things you just have to persevere and go through, walaupun macam you kata sabar ada limit. Get it? Alright? But generally, if you think about it, orang yang sabar dalam keadaan diuji kesusahan, dia akan dapat ganjaran yang luar biasa. Sebab nikmat Allah ni pun luar biasa. Okay, in fact, hari tu I've read this story lah. I mean, not all people are at that level of sabar, but this lady also, she was in an abusive relationship. And it was difficult lah for her, but she stayed on because of her children. But eventually, when after 30 years of marriage, her husband actually changed also, and the situation is different. And once Allah izinkan sesuatu berubah, dia punya kemanisan dia luar biasa. Maknanya ada keadaan yang kerana kesabaran tu dia buat lillahi ta'ala, okay, dia buat lillahi ta'ala, dan ada really the point is there, maknanya ada anchor yang kuat kerana Allah Ta'ala dia buat, Allah bagi kemanisan yang luar biasa. And sekarang you don't say lah, she's very happy with husband, that kind of thing. I'm giving a very simple example lah, okay, but you think yourself mana yang sesuai. Kita kena bijak memilih, number one. But just trust me with what Allah has said. Orang yang sabar takkan pernah Allah lupakan. Mesti ada jalan keluarnya. Mesti Allah akan bagi good news. Maybe not you yang dapat, maybe keturunan you yang dapat. If not you, maybe you punya family yang dapat. Okay, tapi mesti you akan dapat kebaikannya. Sebab ini bukan janji Ustazah, ini janji Allah. Alright, so ini memang kalau you cakap, Ustazah macam senang dia cakap, memang cakap senang. Tapi kena cakap selalu. Kena cakap selalu to remind us that this is not the end of the day. This is not the end of the world. Because our dunia, okay, here is a bridge for our akhirah. It may not be adil, memang tak adil. Sebab yang betul-betul hari keadilan, nama pun adil, hari yang tak dizalimi, yang betul you akan dapat apa yang usahakan adalah nanti yaumul qiyamah. Okay, Allah akan bagi yang betul-betul seadil-adilnya yaumul qiyamah. So always remember, it's not the end of the world. Selagi you bernafas, maknanya you can do something. But once you dah tak bernafas, itu yang kita takutkan, because we cannot do anything to return back to being alive. Okay, so Allah Ta'ala alam, itu saja untuk hari ini. Okay, insyaAllah kita jumpa next session. Alright.